For a while now, PA had a really bad win rate in high MMR games, and low MMR games as well. I think people took too long to realize Battle Fury doesn't suck anymore, but there's a little bit more to PA being good again, and in this video, we will understand why PA is for the most part a meta hero destroyer. Alright, let's start with Beastmaster. It's not hard to understand why PA owns this guy. You can easily take his bars down once you're level 4+, and he cannot really kill you with Primal Roar because all of his damage is physical, and you have inbuilt evasion. Not only he cannot kill you, but he might feel forced to jungle, and your hero is great at fighting and killing him. Beastmaster can usually protect himself from almost every hero, but Blur is an exception. What about Nature's Prophet? This hero is mega popular right now, being playable in almost any position. Well, not only PA lanes really well versus Nature's Prophet because of the evasion, and also having a way to deal with treant blocking as well as Sprout besides the Quelling Blade, she also has a ton of physical damage that NP unfortunately is really bad at dealing with, and because Battle Fury is so good right now, even when her spells are on cooldown or she's silenced, the Quell ability versus Sprout works wonders for anti-RTZ moments. Lycan and Lone Druid are also two great examples of heroes PA completely dominated, but with the state the meta is, she's still good versus them, not crazy good like before. Lycan might say wolves need no armor, but I'm not really sure he's been playing against PA a lot. 33, by the way, had an awful lane in this game, had to rush Deso instead of going Battle Fury this game, and watch how Lycan melts when she's the one that actually initiates. Her evasion is also great to have against minions since they cannot ever itemize for evasion. This is why 33 in that game learns the Blur talent at level 20. At this power spike, illusions and minions are completely horseshit versus PA because your combined evasion is 80%. While Lycan can go MKB, he cannot do that for his units, and they are a big part of his damage, and that's the same thing for Beastmaster. In this clip, the bear actually has MKB and misses a ton of attacks. That's because MKB gives you 75% chance to pierce evasion, not 100%, and that means the bear has no Desolator and other damage items that usually would make his damage a little higher. Another thing that a lot of players have yet to understand and build more is her Aghanim Scepter. The Aghanim Scepter not only allows the hero to initiate from very far away and then do the same thing, but the most important part is the Dispel. Watch this. 33 goes for the Lone Druid and eventually gets rooted. You don't actually want to BKB for a root, and you don't have to. The Ags actually saves 33 two times because when he gets rooted again, something that can happen even with BKB on, he can not only be as greedy as possible to kill Wyvern, but to survive, because the lower cooldown of Blur allows him to remove the Weaver bug and so be out of vision. I want you to pay attention to the fact that when they start going on Ember, this was a 6k gold lead, where Lycan is 10-1. This game is not a free win by any means. People insist that Aghanim Scepter on PA is a meme, but I think it's far from that. Do you guys know Lelis? You probably do. He played for NIP this year, and he is currently playing for Quincy Crew. He partnered with me to start a new form of coaching, and here you can watch a glimpse of what to expect.
Specific moment. So let's see exactly what happens, and then I'll go over it to see why this is happening. So here you're farming these camps, your team is fighting, he missed a snowball, watching your perspective. So here, this is a critical moment, right? You walk back to this wave to farm it, while your team is pushing mid tower. While you're farming these creeps, you're not looking at what's happening mid, right? You look now, so everything is fine in mid, people are not fighting yet, and you see the snowball in. Winner is just dead, he just dies instantly to Alchemist. Your team is fighting to use Rock, you start running over. So here, the fight's already over, right? Everybody's just dead. And you're not part of the fight. It's like, ideally what's happening is you're letting them have a 4v5 fight. That's what you're doing right here. You're letting them have a 4v5 fight because you're going back for what? 4 creeps? Is this even worth it? This is what? 180 gold or something? And you're going back for it while your team might fight mid. So ideally, you do not want to go back for these creeps. You want to just cut the next wave. There's 4 creeps here. You want to cut this wave, farm these camps, and then the camps will respawn and you will farm them again. Instead, what actually...
The biggest problem with coaching is that while it can be really effective, it's also really expensive. A lot of the times, you also don't know what to ask, and if your coach doesn't know what you're doing consistently wrong, then chances are you're not using that time and money really well. For a small fee, you can get a monthly question answered by one of the best players available, but much more important, you can get access to everyone's questions and answers from that month. Well, going back to the video, PL is another very popular meta hero, but he suffers a lot against the level 20 evasion talent. Not only that, but because you can lifesteal off of illusions, it means you always have a target to get HP from. The evasion talent also means PA can easily roach at any stage of the game, and even here when PA forgets to backpack an item and allows Copters to the Aegis, the fight is more than easy. In this other clip, PA is already level 25 and she pretty much won versus 4-5 if you count the buyback from Shaker, Radiant, not only because of the evasion, but because lifesteal combined with the triple Stifling Dagger talent makes this hero problematic to deal with. AM is another hero that is slowly growing popularity as people start picking heroes that are not zoo related, opening up space for a hero that is lower to get online like him to be popular. PA is a great counter against that bad boy. Not only she's super mobile and bursty, abusing the cooldown of Blink, but from the laning stage, PA can actually show to the anti-mage lane, and even in this example here, AM is 2 levels ahead of the PA, and he cannot trade at all, and is forced to jungle instead of benefit from the creep wave, and this early on, this is a big loss for him. Are you tired of missing siege creeps in your games? This is one thing I learned watching Arteezy. You can draw aggro from the enemy catapult wave this way so that the siege creep isn't attacking the tower instantly, and by doing that, you can make sure you get the gold. That's a pretty nifty and small tip. Clinks is also a hero that is very popular at the moment, and whether someone is playing it as a support or a core, you also do not care about the hero at all. You have a ton of burst damage for him, and at the same time an easy way to get away from the burning army. The end result is a hero that is not necessarily overpowered, but offers great solutions to a lot of the highest win rate heroes of the patch. The best way to know what I'm doing and probably what the next video is going to be about is following me on Twitter. In case you just got back to Dota because of COVID-19 or the Compendium, you can join our Discord channel. There's a lot of cool people there, and in case you get a little anxious playing Dota by yourself, you can find some good lane partners to make playing Dota a little bit easier. You can also help the channel by looking at our Patreon. There's a lot of cool rewards there. And finally, you can follow me on Twitch in case you want to see me play or cast. Thank you a lot, guys. Have a good one and bye.